Mic check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and I am doing this video in response to a commenter who asked me to basically talk about the shoot 'em ups in my collection. It's been a crazy day, so I didn't really have time to pull out all of the shoot 'em ups out of my collection. So I just want to give a few disclaimers before I go through this video. The first disclaimer is that these are not all the shoot 'em ups in my collection. These are all the ones that were within reach and the ones that I was able to pull in to do this really on the fly video. The second thing is that I have played about 98% of these games. There are a few games in this collection that I have yet to play, and some of these I've played on alternate platforms, meaning maybe it's a game that I have on the Sega Saturn, but it's still sealed because I was able to download it and play it on the Switch. So I do have cases like that. I don't even know how many games I have here. If I had to guess, I would probably say somewhere between 40 and 50 shoot 'em ups. And these are ranging across all different types of platforms, from the Genesis to the Super Nintendo to the N64, 3DS, PS3, PS2, PS1, Dreamcast. So you're gonna just see a wide range of shoot 'em ups, and some of these are still sealed, and a good chunk of these have already been opened. You're gonna see probably a few one-of-a-kind games, and maybe some games that you didn't really realize were shoot 'em ups. I'm not really gonna take any time to explain what these games are about or really talk through them, because then this video would be really long. I'm just gonna show you the games, and then we're gonna just move on from there. All right, so with having said all of that, here are some shoot 'em ups that you may want to look out for if you are a fan of that genre. Okay, start with this pile. So the first one, Star Soldier on the N64, pretty good one. Axlay on the Super Nintendo, iconic, you should get it. Imperium on the Super Nintendo, think Musha, but on the Super Nintendo. R-Type 3, classic, gotta play it at least once in your life. Silver Surfer, a game you wouldn't expect to be a pretty cool shoot 'em up on the NES, but it is. Elemental Master, one of the best top-down shoot 'em ups. It's like a guy's running, but it plays like a shoot 'em up. Lightning Force, one of the most iconic shoot 'em ups on the Sega Genesis, the fourth installment in the Thunder Force series. Thunder Force 3, the third installment in the Thunder Force series, and again, one of the most iconic installments in the Thunder Force series. Wings of War, an obscure but very awesome shoot 'em up on the Sega Genesis, old school but a good one, recently re-released by Limited Run. Phelios, a childhood classic. I remember watching my brother beat this game. This is a top-down shoot 'em up where you're flying on Pegasus, based on Greek mythology. Really, really good one. Check that one out. Okay, we'll go to this pile. The Gradius Collection on the PSP, a collection of awesome Gradius games, if you're into that. On the PS Vita, Soldner X2, Final Prototype, really cool side-scrolling bullet hell shooter. Aqua Kitty DX, a very cute shoot 'em up side-scroller. Gundamoniums, sick shoot 'em up on the PS Vita. Skyforce, another dope shoot 'em up on the PlayStation Vita. Sega Saturn stuff. Metal Black, an amazing old school shooter on the Sega Saturn. Old school graphics, but really awesome gameplay and strategy. Whoa. Batsugan, an awesome shoot 'em up with amazing music on the Sega Saturn. I think they're getting ready to re-release that on the Switch. Radiant Silvergun, an iconic shooter on the Sega Saturn, and I think they did re-release this one already on the Switch. Hyperduel, I don't need to say much about this one. This is my favorite shoot 'em up of all time. Favorite shoot 'em up out of all of the games you see in this list. Hyperduel. Einhanda. An amazing shoot 'em up on the PS1, like a 2.5D style, changes angles, really cool. Check it out. R-Type Delta, definitely in my top 5 favorite shoot 'em ups of all time on the PS1. Raystorm, this one's up there. I don't know if it's top 5, but it's definitely top 10 shoot 'em ups of all time. Definitely has some of my favorite shoot 'em up music for sure. Top 3 shoot 'em up music for me. In the Hunt, really dope shooter, cartoon style. Think if Metal Slug was a shooter, it probably looks something like this. Mars Matrix, very futuristic. I get like Matrix vibes. Well, the name is Mars Matrix, but the music reminds me of the Matrix. Really cool shooter on the Dreamcast. Giga Wing 2, one of the more rare shooters on the Sega Dreamcast. This one was a pretty penny. I don't know what it goes for now, but the music on this is kind of weird. It's like very orchestral, very big and bright. Gunbird 2. This is top 5 shooters for real. Gunbird is really dope. I really like Gunbird 2. Really good shoot 'em up game. If you haven't played this one, check it out on the Dreamcast. Good one. Shikyo Gorentai, a very cool shooter on the Sega Saturn, old school. Cotton 2 on the Sega Saturn, a very cool shoot 'em up. Check this one out if you get a chance. All right, let's go to this pile. You've seen me talk about this one before. Battle Unit Zeoth. This game is so simple but yet so fun. Side-scrolling mech shooter, love it. Nano Stray. Who said there weren't any shoot 'em ups on the DS? Definitely check this one out. Kind of that isometric viewpoint. Nano Stray 2. Definitely changes up the viewpoint. This one definitely feels more like a shooter than the first. Pretty cool one. Little Switch action here. So we got RXN Raijin. One of a kind. I think this was delisted. You can't download this anymore, and that's why it's so daggone expensive. Jamestown. I love this game, man. This is a really dope shooter on the Switch, and when I was selling off my Switch collection, I had to keep this one because this is a really cool shooter. Great music, great gameplay, love the graphics, awesome sprite work. Freedom Finger. Very, very funny shoot 'em up. Cool sprite-based game. Really like this one. I think you will too. Check it out. Razion EX Plus, a classic shooter, originally came out. I think this one was originally on the Neo Geo. Really dope old school shooter, man. Classic. Vasara Collection. Awesome collection of arcade shooters from the 90s. Really, really cool collection here. Check this one out. Next up, Danmaku Unlimited 3. Really cool game. I had this on the Switch, was playing it there, sold it, then got it back on the PS3 when it re-released for like 29 bucks. Battle Garega, definitely top 3 like shoot 'em up music of all time. I recently released a video of just instrumentals, and a lot of those instrumentals came from both Battle Garega and Raystorm. Awesome music, like very jazz fusion-y, very good music. Battle Garega. Raiden Fighters Aces, just spoke about this one this morning. Very good one. Collection of a few different Raiden games. Check it out. Akai Katana. This plays almost like a Castle Shikigami style game. They recently re-released this on the Switch. Check this one out. It's a bullet hell shooter. Pretty cool. All right, for the last pile. This one's got some real cool stuff in it, so pay attention to this pile. Under Defeat HD. Pretty cool helicopter, like top-down style shooter. Pretty cool one. Gradius 5 on the PS2. PS2 had some cool shoot 'em ups. I sold a lot of my good shoot 'em ups on the PS2. Kept Gradius though. Gradius 3 and 4, keeping it in the Gradius family on the PS2. Some more shoot 'em ups there. Castle of Shikigami 3. Now I had Castle of Shikigami 2 on the PlayStation 2, sold that one, but kept Part 3 on the Wii because the Wii didn't have very many shooters. So this is a cool one. This is a classic. Ikaruga. Now I know they re-released this on the Switch, but man, GameCube, this is where it all started. Ikaruga, GameCube didn't have that many amazing shooters, and Ikaruga was definitely one of them. And at a point, this was fetching a pretty penny. Not anymore though. Chaos Field, another shooter on the GameCube. Pretty cool. They re-released this on the Wii as a part of a collection. Pretty cool system. Bullet hell style. Now we're getting into some deep stuff. All right. Robo Alesti on the Sega CD. Now we're getting into some heavy duty stuff here. Well, we saw some heavy duty games, but Sega CD had some bangers on it, and Robo Alesti is definitely one of them. Plays a little bit like Musha as well. So if you're into like how Musha plays, this is definitely one that you will enjoy. This is probably top 5 shooters for me. Lords of Thunder. Love the music. That whole rock and roll style. Really cool graphics. The music is awesome on this one. Lords of Thunder is an amazing game. This is also available on the Neo Geo. And if you're looking for a really cheap way to play this game, because this game is expensive, it's like a $300 game, but if you're looking for a cheap way to play it, just get the Neo Geo Mini. It's like 30 bucks, and it has this game on it, and you can play it there. Android Assault, another really awesome shoot 'em up on the Sega CD. This one's cool. It reminds me a little bit of Hyperduel. Once you get enough power-ups, you transform from a plane to a mech, but you can't like change back. That's the only whack part. Like once you become a mech, you stay a mech until like you like get hit, and then you like power down. But still a really, really cool one. Good music on this one too. The graphics on those Sega CD shooters, second to none. Second to none. Especially if you play them on like an old school TV, second to none. Last but not least, you all know, because I've talked about this one a bunch, Last Resort on the Neo Geo. Very, very cool shooter on the Neo Geo. Classic arcade style shooter. This one will keep you up all night long. And that does it. I know I blew through a lot of these and I left off some really good ones. I didn't even show you all the ones that I have on the Switch or on the PS4. I probably have another 100 shoot 'em ups that I could go through with you. A notable mention that I didn't get to show here, but for those who know, Steriden Binary Stars is a really good one on the Switch. I couldn't find it. It's somewhere on the shelf somewhere. But Steriden oh no, it's right. Is this it right here? Oh yeah. Yep, here we go. Honorable mention. Steriden Binary Stars. This is a really good one on the Switch. Good thing is that it's on the Switch, so if you want to just play it, you can download it for a few bucks. But this is one I would definitely check out. Great, great graphics on this one. You'll like that. So that one gets an honorable mention. And then another honorable mention is going to have to go to Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. This isn't your like traditional shoot 'em up. This is more of like a co-op style shoot 'em up, which is, it's a very unique gameplay style. That's why I really, really like this one. I have it downloaded on the Switch. That's why I kept my PS4 version sealed. But you gotta try this with some friends and family. It's a really good game. I promise you, you won't be mad. But that does it for me. It's the Y2K Collector. I'll probably be back a little bit later on with another video, but a subscriber just asked me to go through some shoot 'em ups. Hopefully I showed you something that you have not seen before. Maybe you have one of these consoles and you are looking to add a shoot 'em up to your collection. Got some good stuff in here. All of these shoot 'em up games are great, great, great. Great music, great graphics, and you'll really enjoy them. That does it for me. I'm the Y2K Collector. I will see you later this afternoon. Take it easy.